Hi, this is Pearl and welcome to my process video for my 2019 week 45. I am using the Studio Calico kit and you'll see there that I have put the pictures in chronological order. That November transparency is from the last week's project layout. I'm going through the Studio Calico 3x4 cards because my other pictures are all 4x6. So I don't need a 4x6 to mat anything down. And now I'm going through the 3x4 cards to see which ones I want to journal on and which ones I'm going to use as filler. This November kit from Studio Calico is called Gather. So this is the week where I flew up to Sacramento to meet up with some of my girlfriends that I met on Instagram to do the December Daily Divas party. When Allie Edwards went live with her December Daily prep party, I flew up to Sacramento that week. But let's keep moving on. For my title card, I'm using the Felicity Jane Black Essentials Alpha puffy stickers, and I'm putting 45 on the top right hand corner of that card. Be here now. I love that because my one little word for 2019, well, it was two little words. It was be still, to remind me to be present for every moment. So I'm looking through the letter stickers, and on this picture with the desserts and the cards, it's We Play Pokino. This is a group of women that I met 12 years ago doing stroller strides with our firstborn kids, and we're still getting together. Now it's just different. We get together without our kids, and we play Pokino every other month. It's always fun to get together with these ladies and catch up because all our kids go to different schools, so I don't get to see them as much. Some of them do go to the same school, so they get to see each other regularly, but we go to a different school. So I went ahead and put Pokino down. I didn't get a picture of the entire group because we were in the middle of playing, but I did want to document that I'm still going to Pokino with these ladies 12 years later. You can see that I messed up with the letter O. And the thing with this paper and this Epson printer that I use the Epson PM400, but I use the Costco 4x6 photo paper, and it doesn't pull stickers off very nicely. So I ended up having to put adhesive onto the O to put the Pokino back down. I'm showing you that I am using the black Stays-On ink with the Felicity Jane date stamp. I like to date stamp every single photo and journaling card. And on this journal card, it says Together is Better. And I'm showing you that I'm using the Sarasa Mark-On pen. It came with a Jet Pens order that I had ordered. I don't remember what else I got from them, but that came free. And I wrote, every other month, the Stroller Strides and New Moms get together to play Pokino. It's great that we can get together to catch up. Even after all these years, I'm blessed to have them in my life. And then I date stamped that. For this one, I'm using the VersaFine. See, I like when I remember to do that because it stamps so much better on just paper. I'm taking a foam star and I'm using my tiny attacher to put one in the bottom of that journal card. And then I decide to take a smaller foam star and put it on the period for the Be Here Now. Now here's a picture of my son with his shark tooth. It was growing in and I offered him 20 bucks to get it out before we went to see the dentist. And just so you know, he did earn that 20 bucks. Because if we go to the dentist and they have to pull it out, I mean, who knows how much they're going to charge for that, right? And I can guarantee you that 20 bucks is cheaper than whatever they're going to charge me. So I wrote, ugh, look at Christian's shark tooth. It isn't even loose to pull out. And on that picture, I also used black Stays-On ink. And I'm going to go through the stamp set. And I get that circle stamp set. I'm looking at it, trying to decide what to put on it. I'm going to get the circle stamp set and use that with my acrylic block and the Stays-On ink, because the Stays-On ink works great on stamping on photos. It didn't work that well that time, so I tried to do it over it exactly, but my eyesight is not very good. So it didn't work out quite well, but I'm okay with that. I am perfectly imperfect. And then I also stamped the word "you" inside of that. And then I used a stamp chamois to clean my stamps. I think I've mentioned this before, but the stamp chamois is not to be used for the Stays-On ink, but I go ahead and use it for that anyway, and that's why it looks like a hot mess. It won't come off when I wash it. Okay, then is a picture of my third son at his school exhibition. I went ahead and put a foam star on the top left-hand corner of that picture, and I date stamped it. And for this journal card, it says "Moments Like This," and I wrote, Uni second grade class performed the Garofalo for exhibition. Uni played a state. That's why he's wearing green for his costume. He was on stage, too cool for school. Of course, he had all his lines memorized. Now, my son is really smart, and he did look like he was too cool for being on stage. So I just wanted to document that. And of course, and then I put the date stamp on there as well using the VersaFine ink pad. So I'm going to put the left side away and bring the right side of my layout onto my desk. And the first picture is of my daughter. She woke up this morning and asked me to straighten her hair. There's a first time for everything, I guess. She's only 5 years old, and I wrote on the label. The label is from a print and cut that I used with my silhouette, and the digital file can be found on the Studio Calico site. And this digital file, or these labels, match perfectly with the Studio Calico documentary kit that I'm using. So on the label, I journaled, Kaya woke up this morning and asked, please, 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 will you straighten my hair before school? I think this is an indication of what's to come. As soon as she's old enough, I'm going to have to teach her how to straighten her own hair. I put another cork star to just above the label, and I go ahead and staple that down. Then here's a picture of me and Ashley. Here's a picture of Ashley and I. We're on our way to Sacramento to meet our friends for the December daily prep party. On the journaling card that says "Gathered Together," it says occasion, and I wrote December daily prep party. The guests were Autumn Wen, Laura Aspinall, Becky Sullivan, Ashley Townsend, and Laura Gupta. And then for the This Happened, I wrote Allie Edwards was hosting an online December daily prep party. I think 10,000 people signed up for it. We were invited to stay with Becky for the weekend so we could do it together. And I've got to say, ladies, it was so, so fun. And I had never done foundation pages before for my December daily, and I highly recommend doing it with a group. All those creative minds together, we had so many of our pages ready to go. Anyway, so I do that and journal that, and then I get the Nuvo drop, and I get the color Red Berry, and I put it, instead of a check mark on Do It Again. So I'm going to let that dry, and I got to make sure I don't put it into the pocket pages. So for the journal card that says feeling thankful for this day, I wrote, I am so grateful for these friends I met through Instagram about 4 years ago. The Sacramento crew allowed me to invite myself to the December Daily's Divas party. And yes, I did kind of invite myself. I loved being creative with these ladies. I hope we can do it again next year. Hint, hint. It was so much fun. And thank you to Becky for hosting us from San Diego. I offered to do it at my house next year, but we'll see how that goes. So after I finished journaling that, there are some pictures of some of the layouts I did while I was up there. The wreath, the circle wreath, and also the flower pocket. So there you have my layout. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.